everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest of video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. It's tradition. And remember that this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed, unless I'm yelling. Now on with the show, I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside Two Racks Court.
Two racks. Now please don't use terms that have nothing to do with my vocab.
Two racks.
Okay, let us know what Two Racks means to you in the comments below.
Yeah, please, because I didn't understand it when Waba used the reference, but you know.
That's what we call chronically online. We're also here with the man who stares into the face of Oblivion, Pez.
What's up, boys? What's the crack, lads? How we doing?
Crack is Two Racks.
Crack is two racks. I've never heard that term before, and I am chronically online, so I think you just made it up.
I'd make it up. I don't know.
Just make it up as it goes along. It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
I'm making
We're
it
gonna
work.
die soon. Who cares?
It's just like we're nihilists now.
Jesus, what is going on here? He swears the last time I'm on, and now he's talking about death.
Three Dads and Nihilism, dude. That's the new podcast. That's what we're doing.
Don't worry, Donnie. They're nihilists. It don't matter. So we're just gonna go right into a topic. So we're
today, Junior,
legally required to talk about Oblivion because Pez put it in the thumbnail, and we have been guilty of putting things in the thumbnail, not talking about it. And then we get comments like, "Oh, you guys like clickbait. When does it start? When do you talk about the thing?" So we're doing it right now.
Pez, literally right now, because I want to put out a disclaimer here. I didn't know we were going to talk about it until I saw in my other Discord group it gets a push notification of what our show's about to start, and I saw the thumbnail and I'm like, I'm not playing this game ever. I don't know why we even gonna. But you know what? Go, Pez. Go.
I didn't know about it until 2 minutes before show.
I knew about it, but just because all the nerds were like boasting about it all over the internet, like it was like this coming of Jesus moment, and I'm like, all right, sorry. I don't want to ruin.
Ruin it. Let's go. Let's ruin this game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Three Dads on our Console. We did no prep for the show today, so you're gonna get whatever we feel like dishing out.
Hold on. There's a reason we did no prep. I want to get into this. So Pez put out a message into the group, and we do this every Wednesday of, hey, what do you guys want to talk about? And I said, well, I've been away. I was away in Vancouver last week. I'm like, and my daughter was playing hockey all weekend. And I've been at the rink the whole time. I have not played any video games. I even said, I was debating on whether to buy Forza Horizon or Indiana Jones, but I found out that I need to be a millionaire to buy these games because Forza Horizon in Canada is $129.99.
That's insane.
Because there's no point buying the $79.99 version because then you don't get the DLC. So it's just because the DLC for the game is good. And then Indiana Jones is $99. So I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And all you Americans complaining about the Switch prices, suck it, okay? It's been expensive in Canada for a while. So what did I do? I went into the PSN, I hearted both of them, and as soon as they go on sale, I'll buy them. Because you know what? I'm a dad. I don't got time for this.
Mm-hmm.
But Ghost of Yote, I decided I'm going to buy it on day one.
Ghost of Yote, October 2nd, is going to be...
I forgot. There was a trailer drop for that
So
today.
awesome. Yeah, there was a trailer. I was trying to maneuver through Twitter AI slop, because that's all that stupid platform is now. Game looks great. Looks very good. All right, gentlemen.
Let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Let's broaden our minds.
Batman. 1989.
Bethesda shadow dropped Oblivion remaster yesterday. First off, let me gauge your interest. We all know Court's not going to play it. Waba, any interest in playing it?
No.
Great. Wonderful show, everybody. See you next week.
Sorry.
So I'll say this. I never played Oblivion, and I did play Skyrim, but I was playing it on PS3, and the game was just a mess.
Horrible.
And it was one of the things I was like, oh, Bethesda games are absolutely terrible. And then I remember getting Fallout, and I was like, Jesus, these games are terrible. Like, they're so buggy. But everybody's like, the amount of... And this was back, like, before the internet was as popular as it is now. And I had friends, like, at the bar and stuff. And they'd be like, but that's a Bethesda game. And so I need to ask, as a non-Bethesda game player, because every time I try one, like Starfield and everything, I don't understand why people like these games so much, because they are disasters to play. So, Waba,
Mm.
I would think out of the three of us, because Pez gets forced to play by his buddy, he gets just copies sent to him, and he's got to play Bethesda
Dude, Fallout
games.
76, rough. Rough.
Dude, I barely knew this guy at the time, and he offered to buy me a copy, so I would play it.
Yep,
But
he was on the sauce, man. He was on the sauce.
Waba, you
Yeah.
are, I would say, our Bethesda person on this podcast because you do play their games.
I do. Fallout. I like a lot.
So why? Even
it
though they're
is-
buggy.
Fair. So I like it because of the setting. I find the Fallout lore and backstory very compelling, and I think they do a great job with writing. In terms of gameplay, I find their gameplay average, but I think their storytelling is top notch. And for me, as you know, I've kind of shared with other experiences, storytelling I think can carry a game over gameplay.
So why do we continue? And I'll include Starfield in this.
Oh,
Why do we continue to give Bethesda a pass? Now, I'm not supposedly the Oblivion remake is very good, but I've already seen people break the game, and like there's videos everywhere of like people really messing with this game and it's crashing already and doing some janky things. Why is it we continue to give them a pass? Yet we'll go out of our way to lambaste. I shouldn't say we because we don't really do that here, but
no.
the masses will go out of their way to lambaste other developers and for the smallest, littlest thing. But for some reason, Bethesda's like, they're allowed to do it.
I don't know. I mean, Fallout I like, and like I said, the story can carry it. But like, I didn't play Skyrim, even though you can play it on like a fridge.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
but I didn't because it was bricking people's PlayStations, like their
Yep.
PS3s. So I just never got into it, and like
It
I
corrupted my
never
save
played
file,
Skyrim.
and I had to stop playing it.
Like stuff like that, I think is like like corrupting a save file is awful. Because now it's like, wow, okay, well, I guess I'm done. And it ruins the whole experience.
Right.
I remember I played Starfield. I did not like the story in that. I thought the story was not great. I
That
talked
game
about
was
some of my
boring.
gripes.
That game
It
was
felt
boring.
empty. Like even when you go to like Fenway and Fallout 4, I get that it's not big. I get that it was on a PS4 or whatever. Like it just felt like things were happening. Like even if it wasn't the people, it still felt like there were like things to do. I remember in the main hub, the first one of Starfield, I felt like it was too bigger than it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Fallout games, even though they do give you a lot of options and stuff like that, I feel like they're still a little bit more contained. Maybe something like Skyrim, and definitely something like Starfield, and also too Fallout. I think that it's like, I don't know. I find it very interesting. I think the locations are interesting, and also to the fact that we're familiar with Boston. That I think did it for me as well. But the other games, I'm good.
It's Boston. Where they had that giant crab thing that you got to fight right outside of Fenway?
Horrifying.
Yeah, that's usually they replace that with the homeless people, so you just don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna counter that with I don't think people are giving Bethesda a pass anymore. Look at Fallout 76 and then look at Starfield.
I didn't even mention that because I don't even consider Fallout 76 a Fallout game. Oh my gosh, I played it too. That's wild.
I mean, you can play Fallout.
Playing
76.
a video game besides NHL is wild.
You can play Fallout 76 now, and it's much better. But that it released 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I remember it ruined my evening when I saw the trailer because I'm Reclamation Day. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And they're like, play online. I remember I was upset, angry. I didn't complain about it on the internet, but it did ruin my evening. Just weird.
My theory of why this game is being released and remastered is Bethesda wants to see how their horrible creation engine also works with Unreal Engine 5 because that's what the new Elder Scrolls is going to be. It's going to be a mishmash of UE5, so Unreal Engine 5 and their creation engine and game tech engine or whatever it's called.
But isn't their engine just an absolute jank?
Their engine's horrible, which is why I think they're going to start supplementing some of it with Unreal Engine 5 because their creation engine is terrible. And we've seen it in Fallout 76. We saw it in Starfield, right? They were talking about all the million sandwiches and all that stuff, but it was fine. And I think they'll do the same in this rumored Fallout 3 remake that's coming at some point, which, not going to lie, kind of excited about because Fallout 3 was my first Fallout game and it was good.
Yeah.
Suckers born every day.
Suckers born every day. Yeah, we're called gamers every day. But I mean, am I gonna play Oblivion? It's on the list. Will I get to it? Who knows? Who knows?
Well, if you got Game Pass, you can just play it.
Well, I don't have Game Pass.
Said
Game
if.
Pass.
Yeah.
Game Pass in 2025.
Game Pass
Yeah,
minus the
seriously.
P, am I right? It's just not worth it. It's just not. I don't know.
Not
I mean,
anymore.
I think Bethesda's testing the water for all this Elder Scrolls 6 stuff that's going to be coming in 3, 4, 5 years. We saw a teaser in what 2023, 22, and haven't heard boo about it since. Since that point, Bethesda has put out nothing but trash. Starfield, Redfall.
Starfield's really bad.
I think the only good game they put out was Indiana Jones. Was that a Bethesda?
See, I haven't played it yet.
that's
I heard
Machine.
it's amazing. That's Machine Games, though.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was a Bethesda game. Maybe it's Bethesda published.
They might be under the purview.
I don't want to give them credit because it's not one of. It's not.
No,
Machine
it's not developed by Bethesda.
Machine Games makes amazing games in the Wolfenstein series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't count them. They make polished games that play amazing and look amazing and have great story and they're compelling. Everything about them is great.
Yeah, when we talk about Bethesda games, we're talking about Bethesda Softworks first, like developed by their studios, and I don't think people have been giving them a pass lately. I mean, I'm sure you already have the nerds online like that, dumb grums who are like, oh, it's body A versus body type B now, and not male and female, and all those.
Oh, I saw that. I don't understand why so he gets mad because they didn't do male and female, but they didn't do pronouns. They just did whatever, and he still gets mad.
He just gets mad for the clicks. It's all about the clicks. It's all about him and his gang of chuds, his gang of hogs out there on the internet just needed to be slaughtered. Like just a bunch of nerds.
He's got a hog.
I mean.
Ooh. When I was at the Canucks game, I sat beside this guy.
Ooh,
T. Lind.
Let's go, dude.
Nice guy.
Seems like a very nice guy. How was Vancouver?
Vancouver was it was a long day the first day, so I got up at 4 a.m. our time. I landed though, so my plane left at like 9 a.m. But by the time I landed in Vancouver, because it's 3 hours behind, it's 10:30 a.m.
Yeah,
so like you gain hours, but you don't because your body doesn't gain anything.
Right.
And the first night I went and visited a friend, got to see him. I hadn't seen him in like 8 years. Great to see him. Passed out real good.
Oh, I bet.
Got up, but still woke up at 4 a.m. because I'm just used to waking up at the same time. Went there for work. But I went to the hockey game on the Wednesday night, went in the alumni box, which was really nice, thanks to my father. But I did find it very interesting when I went to the game. One, it was the trainer was retiring from the same one from like 1994. So like Jeff Courtnall, like pretty much everybody from NHL 94 Vancouver Canucks team besides Jyrki Lume, Jeff Brown, and Pavel Bure were in the box.
Really?
So it was hilarious. It was crazy. Like they were all in there. It's just like, oh, this is pretty cool, man. But like I said, I sat beside Trevor Linden. He was a very nice man. I had a good time, but I was laughing because I was going down to meet my cousin after the game because conveniently it was against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So how convenient that I got myself there to go to a Knights game.
Look how that turned out.
That is kind of crazy that like the amount of like, so you're because your dad's alumni for the home team.
Well, that used to happen when I go to Boston when he was the coach there. Remember?
But you also have the relationship to the away team.
Yes, I do that all the time now. Like, yes, well, sure, yes. I also found it very interesting that we got on an elevator and they were like, oh, you got to go here, you got to go there. And I get off, security's like, and you are, sir? And I was like, oh, my dad used to play for the Canucks and his name. And I tell him, and they're like, oh, okay. And I look at my friend, I'm like, whew, that was kind of easy. We keep walking down like a hallway.
Noted.
Definitely shouldn't be in. And they're like, and where are you going, sir? I was like, oh, I'm going to meet so-and-so from the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. And I just keep like walking down the hallway. And I'm just like, there was security. Like I wasn't the wrong person. And maybe I just didn't look like a ruffian. But it was very interesting. My buddy said, he's like, you look like you're a professional hockey player the way you're dressed. Because there was a dress attire. So you had to wear like a collared shirt and like nice pants. So I was wearing my Lululemon dress pants. They're nice. I'll say this. Lululemon dress pants are the nicest things ever. They're so comfortable. They're breathing. They're very nice for us people that are a little girthy in the legs. They're very nice. I'm telling you right now. But anyways, again, I get to where the dressing rooms are, and you have a security guard, and they're like, "In your name?" And I tell them, they're like, "Okay." And I'm like, "What is?" It was very weird. It was like the time when I was at the Boston Garden, when I was there, and I was going to meet my cousin for the first time when he was in the Boston organization, and I got on the elevator with Michelangelo, and I got off, and the guy's like, "And who you are?" And I was like, "I'm so and so's cousin." They're like, "Oh, okay."
I'm about to
What?
name drop Bobby L to go to Dunkin' and see if they give me an extra
They'll throw
donut.
you
That's
out.
not how
Apparently,
that
you can get in
works.
anywhere.
They'll throw
But I
you
did
out.
also find
They'll
this
say,
very
"You get out
interesting.
of
I
here."
went to the Vancouver Canucks pro shop in the store, and because it was the last game of the year, it was Fan Appreciation Day, so most things were 40 to 50% off, which was
Ooh,
very cool. So I got
very
a brand
nice.
new sweater with the skate logo on it. It
Oh,
just says Vancouver Canucks in cursive, and then it has the V and then the skate logo down there.
Mm.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
But I walked up to the guy at the counter and I was like, "Hey, if my dad played for the Canucks, do I get another discount?" Because like, yeah, you get 30% off. I was like, "Do
Unbelievable.
you want to know his name?" He's like, No, it's fine."
you're about to get someone fired.
Why?
Why? Is
Because
he lying?
My dad
He's not
did play for
lying.
the Vancouver
No,
Canucks.
but I know, but like not that I would.
Yeah, because the Vancouver Canucks are listening to this podcast.
There he
You
is.
never. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. So it was very I got a bunch of stuff from the Vancouver Pro Shop because I was like, I bought my brother something. I was like, all right. And then I bought my daughter. She likes collecting hockey pucks.
Nice.
So I bought her that, and I bought her a skate t-shirt. So she has the Canucks. She was like, "What do you want? What do I need this for?" "Grandpa played for the team. It's okay. You can wear this t-shirt." As I said
I
to
love
Pez
that.
before the show, I think my new goal is I'm going to go to every pro shop since I'm visiting all these cities. So even if it's a AHL team or an OA, like it doesn't matter. If there is a pro shop of a hockey team, I'm going to go there and I'm going to buy something. So I'm going to Edmonton on Monday, and I'm going to go to the Oilers pro shop, and I'm hoping to get something like vintage Gretzky something.
Ooh,
Even
nice.
though like half of Canada hates him, but I don't care. He's Wayne Gretzky. He's one of the greatest hockey players of all time. I'm going to try and get something like old school Oilers and buy that. So that's the plan. I'm surprised, Wobber, you didn't go to the Bruins Pro Shop on Fan Appreciation Day. They were selling stuff for like $4.
You know, if
insane.
honestly,
I
if I
didn't
didn't
know
live
about it. I wish
too
I
far
did.
away,
I
I
would
would
have.
have.
Really,
It's
yeah?
such a pain to get
You
there.
have a car.
You can take the train.
I'm
It is-
not
hold
taking.
on.
I'm not taking the train.
Hold on.
Why?
It
There's
is
nothing wrong
in
with the
a
T.
train station. The arena is in a train station.
I'm not taking the train. I used to take the train
My man's too
into.
high class.
I used to take it from was it Riverside to Conger or was it Faneuil Hall?
Okay, you were doing so well until you just lost yourself there.
Because I used to work there for a year. I hated it.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah, if
so
you
that's
take
one of
the
my new.
train- If you take the train during work times, it's going to be miserable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
the
like,
train.
if stuff you were able to get like 47 gear and Mitchell and Ness gear for like $10. I wanted to buy stuff, but it still, even though it was like $10, but $10 US is still like, with the tariffs right now, I wasn't risking buying
Hmm.
something in the United States and then getting burned by Pumpkinhead. Like, I wasn't risking it.
I don't blame you.
So I decided, I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm not going to do it. So when I go to Edmonton, I'm going to get my daughter an Edmonton Oilers puck, and then I'm going to get myself maybe a T-shirt. Maybe you know what? I want a T-shirt with the Edmonton Oilers logo and McDavid on the back,
Treat
because that
yourself.
guy's a stud. I think I need that. I
Mm.
think I deserve
I mean,
that.
he's no Stuart Skinner, but he's good enough.
You know what I mean, though. Something with McDavid on it. I think McDavid's fine. Where I live, he's from there. Like
Yeah.
McDavid's very
fine.
safe.
But
Like
as I said to
anywhere.
Pez, I will get something from any NHL city because I got to go to Ottawa for vacation. I'll go to their pro shop. I will buy it from any NHL city except the one I live in because that team is trash.
Good answer.
And they'll
Good
probably win the
answer.
Stanley Cup this year, maybe. They have a
Oh
very
God!
good
Don't
chance.
even put that out there.
You know what?
It's a real thing.
You know what? I'm going to lock in that they're going to lose, and I'm going to bet on them to win the Stanley Cup right
Oh,
now.
that's a good idea.
So,
What's up? Wait, what are the odds?
Not that good. They got good odds to win.
yeah, they probably have good odds. But it's more for the statement and less
But
for
that's
the
That's
win.
just one of my things now because as I said to Pez, I'm traveling a lot for work. So it's like, you know what? I got to go to Montreal. I got to go to all these cities. I'm like, why don't I just go to Montreal? You can get mad all you want. Those jerseys are so nice. That white Habs jersey is a
man.
nice jersey. It's a nice jersey.
I am more
I won't-
upset I have to cheer for the Canadians because I do
No,
not
right
want
now we have
anything
to
good
cheer
to
for the
happen.
Florida Panthers to get to the second round
Correct.
because then we get a first round pick.
Oh, good point.
But I
But,
do not
anyways,
want anything good to happen to.
I'm not here to
Alexander
talk about
Ovechkin.
the hockey. I'm not doing a hockey podcast here, but I do want to talk about the stress that I am going through right now as a parent. So my daughter is trying out for rep hockey right now. And I don't think I have ever been this stressed in my life.
For the Americans, I learned that is like a travel team in the US, but more intense.
Yeah, we talked about this last time.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it started
I see.
now.
Oh.
So it is officially started. And you know how I said I'll get over it by the time I get there? I couldn't even eat popcorn. I was sitting in the stands. My stomach was being ripped to shreds while watching her. We just got the email right before we started the show that she's made it to the next tryout.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
How many rounds are there?
PAX, right?
So there's 4 in total. So she did the 3 development skates, and then she's got she had the tryout last night, and there'll be another tryout in the week of PAX. There'll be 2 tryouts that week, but that next tryout they'll be doing a ton of cuts, and then there's the final tryout of when they like pick their team, and then they're gonna have an exhibition game.
Well, I think you made the right call.
And just talking about it right now is making my stomach
Ugh.
queasy. I'm serious.
Oh man.
Because it's I think it's more of she wants it so bad
Yeah.
that I would be crushed that she doesn't get it.
I'm getting anxious for you.
It's terrible.
I can feel it, and it's probably not even a percentage.
Oh,
What you
it's
got
terrible.
going on?
But yeah, that's my life right now. I'll be in Edmonton next week, so I won't be on the show, but I'll be in Edmonton. There's no Oilers game to go to. They're in LA on the Tuesday, but I gotta watch the game on Tuesday night.
Oh, that'll be a fun place to watch. Hit up a local bar. Watch a game.
They're called bars in Canada. We call them bars. Bars.
Bars. Popcorn. The other day at work, I had
That's a good callback.
I had popcorn at work the other day, and I walked around. I was going popcorn. Popcorn.
Like,
I just kept randomly saying it in the office. People must think
is Pez having a stroke? Should we send him home?
Dude. People in the office must think I'm a psychopath.
Did you smell burnt toast?
He's just like,
I smell
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. It's like...
It smells like burnt popcorn. Sorry.
Nice.
I am like Mr. Derail today. I am out of control.
Oh,
I apologize.
That's funny.
Waba, I believe you and your daughter had some met an icon, if you will.
We did. We met a 3 dads and a console approved icon TM.
Seriously, definitely icon.
And so on Monday, it's what we Massachusettsians call Patriots Day. And that is the day of the Boston Marathon, which is a very big deal here. They shut down streets, they shut down exits. Some certain towns are shut down. It's a huge deal.
Bigger than St. Patty's Day?
I mean, Pez, that's actually a really good question because St. Patty's Day it gets busy, but this
you have a holiday
on
St. Patty's Day, dude.
Yes,
but there's like thousands of people flying in.
I would say it's bigger than St. Patrick's Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, it's still I would say like overall, like the state, like there's just like people are shutting down. Like you need just a lot of like organized enforcement to make sure that like the roads and stuff are clear. But I would say in terms of like the people, yeah. That's a fair. Didn't think about that. That's a good question. Good Boston question.
And I would say if you're going to couple that with the 11 a.m. Red Sox game, then yes, it's a much bigger deal.
Oh, forgot about that. So I made the choice to go to a store, and I'm actually going to be writing an article on it on 3dadsconsole.com because I'm so floored by this experience. I surprised my daughter. She has no idea what we were doing. I did leave the house for, that's my only time.
We're floored by that experience.
The sun.
So I decided to go to a store, take my daughter there. This was a big surprise. It's called Camp X Boston, or as in Camp Boston. Basically, these are in a bunch of different cities, New York, like Maryland, Philadelphia, Chicago, probably a few others. And you go inside and it's kind of, it's a store, toy store. It's, kind of long and narrow and stuff like that. They've got Bluey on the side. They do face painting. They do like slime. They have like a little mini car for the kids to play in. It looks like a toy store, right? Wrong. It's a front.
A Russian.
So what happens is we go, no.
Okay, maybe.
It's not cash. So we go in. The staff there, by the way, very amazing. It's definitely like probably stressful. You got all these like groups of parents coming in. We go in, and all of a sudden they say, "Hey, where's Bluey live?" One of the dads says Australia because none of the kids know. He goes, right, but like it kind of takes a long time to get there. Maybe there's an easier way to go. And he pushes one of the doors with all the toys on it, opens up to a secret room. And to get the kids prepped, they're playing the theme song. The kids are jumping around. My daughter gets very quiet when she gets excited. And all of a sudden they say, "Hey, wouldn't you like to go visit Bluey in their house?" And they open the door, and it is Bluey's house. By the way, parents, this is going to be a safe for kids review. Just letting you know. So you go in the Bluey house, and they say, "Enjoy." So it's very unstructured. It's a 50-minute experience. And they have all the rooms. They have the living room. They have the kitchen. They have the dining room. They've got the playroom with the kiwi mat. They have like the bedroom. They've got 2 areas like the pillow fort, and they've got like the flat pack boxes, the IKEA boxes. And they've got different forts, and your kids just do whatever. And
Cool.
they let your kids kind of run around, play. It's like pretend play and stuff like that. And also too, the staff there will do certain activities. Like one of the ones we got to play Keepy Uppy with a bunch of the kids. I will say, I'm very thankful my daughter is one of the kids that's just she's much more chill than me, because one kid cried every time the ball didn't go to him.
Oh, really?
He had one of those, and then they're like, "Oh, everybody gets a turn," and she didn't really get a turn, and then the staff hit it to her, and like she's like, "I just like being there." They then ushered people in for a story time in the bedroom. And who do you think interrupted it but Unicorns? And that was very fun. So my daughter got a picture with Unicorns after. Very funny. And then they did play the grannies, and they did some other games. We didn't even get to do everything, but we did get to look around. It's just very cool. It's very cool experience for the kids. It's a very cool experience as a parent who loves the show. And then at the end, there's a little bit of a surprise, and you get to meet the big two, and that was really cool.
The big two.
The big two. You get to meet Big B and Little B. So being able to kind of meet Bluey, my daughter was excited. It was really cool. Bingo was there too.
Bandit?
And Bandit was not there. Unfortunately,
that's disappointing.
But
Bandit's
you do get
the
to go
best.
into Bandit's office, which is very fun. And the Queen is there. The Queen game from they play.
Nice.
But they did have the stump, where you get to paint. It's all painted, and they have nail painting stuff on it. Like there are so many references. I even found the long dog. That's in like every episode. I found the long dog in the place. There are so many references that if you're a big fan of it, like again, parents, like you're gonna love this. Your kid's gonna love this. It's great. And I will say there's a puzzle in one of the rooms. There's a lockbox, and I was messing around with it, and I ended up finding, I guessed, and it was very funny. I'm not gonna spoil it. And
because I'm not going.
Well, no, just in case somebody wants to. Like we're, I think we're gonna take some people to this student. But the person came over,
charge them like entry for it and like somehow make money.
Yeah, I'm gonna scalp the tickets. Let's go. But the person came over and goes, "Oh, well, if you're looking for the answer to that, here's here's where you start." I go, "No, I guessed it." They're like, "Oh, well, to do that, you have to do this. That leads you to this. That leads you to that, and then you get the code." And I was like, "Yeah, I straight up just guessed it."
Yeah, it's right here, dude. I did it.
Yeah, I got. But it's very funny. Again, I'm gonna have some pictures from it on 3Dad's console. I would love to, again, write a review on it. I think it's a fantastic experience. In different cities, they have different experiences. I think they have one for Ariel. They have one for Gabby in Chicago, but that's not close by, which my daughter loves. And I don't know, it's just great. If you've got kids and they're in the Boston area, definitely check it out. It's great. And then after, she got to do a slime bar. But again, big kudos to staff. Dealing with a lot of kids, I can imagine being very stressful. A lot of kids were very excited and running up. and well, not just me, but like dealing with a lot of parents is stressful when they want their kid to be having the best experience.
Yes, because they want their kid to be like, I want my kid to do this.
Exactly. There's a lot of main character energy. I will say this: they were so professional. Like, one kid was like slapping Unicorns, and I'm like, come on, like. But a big kudos to them, and they were all super cool. The folks in the front, the folks who are helping out and facilitating.
Did you explain to your wife that she shouldn't be doing that?
No,
nice.
But yeah, so that was really fun. So shout out to Camp Boston, and yeah, if you live near one, just don't play the other one I uploaded. Okay. But yeah, we should definitely check it out. So yeah, I mean, it was really a lot of fun. It was a great way to spend, and then they had Shake Shack right next door, and we got hot dogs.
Oh, dude, hold on.
Yep, I said what I said.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna let it go.
Lizzie's from Shake Shack. Have I ever been to a Shake Shack?
Paz, you need to go to a Shake Shack.
It's very good.
I think is there one in the Encore? If so, then I've been there.
Sorry, you're like, yeah. Is there a Shake Shack where I just gamble?
I'm Shake Shack Encore Boston. Yeah, there is. Okay, I've been there once because I was in the casino gambling on football.
I brought two racks to the casino.
Dude, I would never do that. Are you kidding me? I'd be gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
no shot.
scared money don't make money in this racket.
You're right. Listen, I've
Scared
lost
money
enough
don't
money
make money
playing blackjack that I will never do. I never do table games.
Scared money don't make money.
Scared
That's
money
right.
don't make money. Ask Bethesda. They ain't scared. They make crappy games all the time.
They scared.
They make terrible games all the
they
time.
Make bad games all the time.
Yeah, scared games don't make games, you know?
I mean, look at Starfield. What a banger.
God.
You know what is a banger?
That was a game of all time.
You know what I was extremely surprised about? That MLB The Show 25 was the best-selling game in March.
It's a good game, dude. I'll say this. I have turned it on and played a little bit and like unlocked some cards because like the Blue Jay cards are pretty sick. And then I stopped playing because I know it's gonna cause me bodily injury just because of the repetitiveness of the game.
Yeah.
But man, that game is so much fun. Like Pez, you of all people, there's a sweet David Ortiz card to go get right now. Sweet David Ortiz. And do you know that's coming next week?
What?
Nomar Garcia Parra.
Damn it.
Yeah, like I don't know how you're gonna say no to Nomar.
I'm trying, but I'm failing. It was
and like nothing is the thing I also like about it. So like Waba, I've said this to you before about NHL. So with NHL, they release these sweet cards, but then after a while, you can't get them anymore because they make that thing go away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing with MLB The Show is the programs never go away.
Always there.
They're always there. So if you start it late in the year, you start playing, you'll like just start unlocking packs like crazy. Like all this stuff will just unlock because it's nothing goes away ever.
Noma.
I'm just surprised. I think I'm just surprised that it was the second MLB The Show was the second highest selling game in the US in March and the best selling PlayStation game. Well, the best selling game on PlayStation.
Good for them.
It's a good game.
It just surprises me. Given like some of the bigger titles that were released. Like was Assassin's Creed in March? Or was that in February? I can't remember.
Might have been.
It's all the same. Yeah, it was.
I think so. Yeah.
It was March 20th.
It was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper, and every day up in the limousine. But yeah, so shout out to MLB The Show.
Good game. I'm saying it right now. Good game.
Good game. You know what has good bones, but really needs a lot of work? This little game I played called Dark.
Well, I had so many answers to that, and I'm gonna let it go.
Oh, a dinosaur is what he meant by the kids.
Nope.
What are you talking about? Settle down.
That was not going to be my answer.
This
it was going to be
game called
out.
Dark Water. It is an extraction shooter where you and up to 3 others are submarine or.
You had a hard time saying that line.
What are they
Submariners.
Submariners.
It was an extraction.
I don't know.
Shooter.
Well, I didn't know if I should call it.
There is a word for it. I'm not going to say because someone will make it loose.
Seaman,
no.
if you will.
Seaman?
Yeah,
seaman?
so
like
you
seamen?
and 3 other seamen, if you will.
Seaman.
Have popcorn.
Alex Seaman? Yeah, popcorn? Fair.
You and up to 3 additional seamen. This is the type of podcast you're getting on Wednesday, April 23rd. Your goal is you run a submarine. I can't even talk anymore.
Nick Castellanos is about to hit a home run.
Just
you know what I mean?
At Waba in complete shambles.
Why, the Pope die?
Yeah, dude, JD Vance killed him. Dude, JD Vance in a week killed the Pope and destroyed Ohio State's national championship trophy. This dude is literally and figuratively killing it out here. It is unbelievable.
Dude, like honestly, he should just start a Signal chat.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, he's probably leaked a bunch of stuff in there.
I will say this for the people
shout
that
out to the couches.
People cannot see something, and unfortunately, they never will because they don't know his real name. But Pez's Facebook posts are honestly the best. The most entertaining thing I have ever seen. His family ganging up on one family member yesterday was probably the best. Was his answer didn't make any sense and had nothing to do with really what you said, and he was just look over here instead of what you were talking about. And then when people started bringing it up and be like, what are you talking about? And then he would go back and then they're like, what? You don't even make any sense anymore. Oh, it was just, it's the best.
It's great. For those that don't know, but I will rope you.
No, you don't. I'm just saying it's the best.
No, but I want to. I have a very conservative, extremely conservative, probably drank gallons of lead paint uncle. And so whenever I put up my extreme liberal things like we shouldn't have a registry of autistic folks, he gets very upset. And he was like rambling about who knows what. And yesterday was a dog pile and it was beautiful. But I should charge a Patreon just so people can read my Facebook posts because they are exquisite entertainment. Exquisite. So back to Darkwater. It's just an indie game. I think it was made by I think the studio is one person. And he's made a couple games before. I've never played any of them. But it's you and 3 other submariners for all the children listening in the car ride. And your goal is to run a submarine. And much like a game like Void Crew, which is another indie game where you run a spaceship, this one you go you're obviously underwater and you go from outpost to outpost, looting it, trying to make some money, and then you go to a store and you buy upgrades for your submarine. It has a nice dichotomy of, I don't know if any of you guys have played FTL, Faster Than Light, but it has this dichotomy of combat where it's very much like FTL, where you will instead of actually, they're more like mini games where you lock onto targets and fire instead of actually having to steer your torpedoes and stuff like that. With 4 people, you need to pump out the water, you need to fix the holes, you need to steer the ship and all this stuff. It was really good. There are definitely some major problems with it. The first is there's no microphone icon at all. So you can't tell if anyone's speaking, and you can't tell if you're speaking or if anyone can hear you. So you just start a game in a private lobby going, hello, 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 can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? And if you mute yourself with M, you can't tell if you're muted other than no one is talking to you. And if there's proximity chat and you're too far away from everyone, you'll have no idea if anyone can hear you, if you're muted at all. So it's like, that's a pretty big one. I have a full impression on 3dads and 3dadsconsole.com. The second one is the performance isn't great, but it's an indie game made by one person. I expect it to be better. But overall, I had a really good time with it. We played it for about 2.5 hours last night during our 2 crew segment. So if you're looking for a game I think it's on sale right now for $8.99.
That sounds like a game.
That is a game. It is a game. It's no Oblivion, but we'll make it happen. But it is it's in early access, and I stress the term early. Like, it is definitely going to be worked on.
I have access to Marathon. I'm not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not gonna play
playing it.
No. You know what? I don't. You know what? Truthfully, though, I don't blame you because I've watched Marathon's like trailer thing that they did, and I was like, this looks stupid. Like this looks like
my
Destiny
apologies. I
again.
derailed you there. My apologies.
That's okay.
That was my brain.
I mean that's another extraction shooter. But here's the thing about Bungie. They are insidious with their DLC and monetary practices. So please, nobody support this game. Throw it in the trash where it belongs. Screw you, Bungie. I hope you never succeed again. I'm sorry to the listeners. But yeah, go ahead.
It's from Woot. It's from like PlayStack's helping promote it, right?
So I got Woot, their community manager, reached out to me directly. He gave me 4 keys. He gave me 4 keys that I shared with my 2 crew friends. So the 4 of us yesterday for one of our sessions logged in and played. We logged in and we played Darkwater, and we're gonna keep playing it because by the end of it, by our 10:30 time frame, so we're about 2.5 hours in, we are finally in a groove where we understood the mechanics of the game. Because this comes up on my next gripe, the tutorial doesn't tell you things that you should understand, like how to revive a fallen submariner. So it was just like trial and error. So I had to look up as I'm dead. And when your character dies, you become a mouse, which I thought was pretty neat. But also horrifying the first time it happens because it's you and another mouse is staring you in the face, and it was a nice jump scare. But you actually have to bring someone back. You have to go to a store. You basically buy another crewmate, and it's the person that passed away. But I had to go look that up on the Steam discussion forums because there's nothing in the game that tells you how to do that. So there's a lot of things like that in a very early build that hopefully they heard the complaints. Like I sent it to the developer directly. My article, they thanked us for it. They said it was great.
That's awesome.
And I really think it could be a very good game. It could be a very enjoyable game, and I hope people give it a shot. We talked about it last week in kind of our PAX episode, like support indie games. Like don't play Marathon, play this instead because Bungie hates you and they don't care about you. So play this one instead.
I'm shocked at like the type of games that like they've been promoting. Just seeing it's like, so you get Balatro, Darkwater. This looks fun.
Shooter that's coming,
and then Unbeatable looks awesome.
Is that first person shooter?
No, Unbeatable is a rhythm style game. The trailer looks sick.
It's the rhythm of the night.
They have one called Voidbreaker and Lauren Vale, which might be the shooter, but
the rhythm of the night.
I don't know. They've been.
You don't even know that song, do you?
I do. It's from
Nope.
You literally just parroted what he sang.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Obviously it's from Corona, the Italian Eurodance group. Obviously. Everyone knows it's Corona, the Euro Italian dance group. Am I right? I mean, I know I'm right because I know this. Released in 1994.
Sounds probably right then.
You didn't even know.
I didn't know the name of the band.
Corona?
It's from Chris Shepard's Destination Dance Floor, buddy.
The Virus?
I should have just made something up. I mean, I didn't. I don't do that.
The Virus?
Corona the Cerveza?
Ooh, disgusting.
Would you say the band was Corona? Let me see.
Yeah, like my Corona. No.
YouTube shut us down, baby.
No way.
No, YouTube's like, who are these 3 jamokes?
That song was a jam back in the day.
Some would say
that was a jammy jam back in the day. Warm up music for sure.
Some would say it's still is.
I've been making a playlist for my daughter for hockey. So like when we go on our way to hockey, like I have this hockey song playlist, and it's like I asked her what you want there. She's like Metallica, Daddy.
Jesus Christ!
Dude, put in Enter Sandman. Let's go,
dude. She loves
Enter
Sandman is one of her favorite songs, but she also likes Cochise by Audioslave because it's the Bruins song.
Absolutely.
So we listen to that, and she also likes some Fall Out Boy in there. She likes some Fall Out Boy.
Which one? Light 'em Up.
A bunch of different ones. She likes Fall Out Boy. They got some jammy jams. I even put in some Jimmy Eat World, some Foo Fighters, some AC/DC.
I was listening
Thunderstruck.
I was listening to Kenzie's warm up playlist. Horrible, dude. It's like Taylor
Really,
Swift. Yeah, I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
As I got her to choose the songs, and she chose. First thing she said, Metallica, Daddy. It needs Metallica.
As a musical parent, I have failed bigly. My kid does not like any of the songs I like. The only band she likes that I listen to is The Offspring, and that's because she can sing the whole Smash album.
Dude,
because I used to.
I've got Offspring in there too. I definitely have Offspring. I'll rhyme up. Dude, that's such a good song now. I might put that in the thing. She might get mad at me though. I've got like Bush, Machine Head,
Oh, bang.
Cochise,
Bangs.
My Sacrifice by Creed.
Bangs. Oh, what a great song, dude.
I know. My
The
Hero.
Sacrifice by the Foo
Fighters.
Bangs.
Take Me to the Beach. Imagine Dragons. She loves Imagine Dragons, so I put a ton of Imagine Dragons in there. Inner Sandman, Metallica, Lux Eterna, Metallica, Until It Sleeps, Metallica, Seek and Destroy, Metallica, Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance,
Bangs.
How You Remind Me by Nickelback,
Yes.
Do the Evolution by Pearl Jam, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, Smashing Pumpkins.
Bangs.
I don't, dude. I make
Her
it.
playlist is
it
like
hit.
is like my gym playlist. This is great, dude. I love
Well,
this.
I wanted to put on some Deftones in there, but my wife was like, no.
Oh,
I
you
was
could
like, but
put like
honey,
Minerva on there. Minerva is like clean.
Still
It was
F-bombs.
in. It was in. No, it
There's
doesn't.
F-bombs.
It was in the
Yeah.
NHL soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was NHL. I'm gonna say NHL 06.
In the service, whoa. Best song ever in an NHL soundtrack. We all know it.
NHL 04. Sorry, 04.
But Shove It is like that used to be my jam. I would
Yeah.
listen to that like a CD Walkman with like it make sure it didn't skip, and I would just sit there and everybody like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." And then I would go on the ice and want to kill people. It was fantastic.
The best. My my pre when I wrestled in high school, my pre like actual meet thing was Limp Bizkit's basically Limp Bizkit's whole
Break
thing, but it
stuff?
was break stuff right before I went in.
So like the problem with the Limp Bizkit stuff is he drops F-bombs.
Yeah, way too many swears for her. Way too many swears for her. But
Oh,
truly,
I need to
That's
put more
right.
music in there though. I need more.
Okay.
But Cochise is a perfect one. Like she usually wants it to like she has a specific order, which is unfortunate. So like she really does like some AC/DC Thunderstruck because I got her into it. She's like, "What, Dad? This song takes a slow time." I'm like, "Just give it a second." And then all of a sudden she's like, "I'm like, I
Yep.
know. See,
Yep.
it hits. It hits, honey. It hits. You could like this song." Metallica and Your Sandman is probably her number one
Oh.
stunner.
What a great song. What a great song.
It's funny when you said like, "Oh yeah, there's too many swears." I'm like, "Oh well, that." I don't all the pump up songs.
That's not true. Metallica and Your Sandman is one of the best pump up songs there is.
I just
Someone say the
the-
best.
well, I was gonna be like,
Cochise is pretty good too.
Also banger. I'm so happy I got to see them live back in the day. They were so good. Audio Slave. Saw them once.
No, you didn't have to name the band. I knew we don't want to make Waba know
Well,
people.
I want Waba to know.
no, I don't. So two songs that I remember liking for pump up songs. Nelly, Heart of the Champion, which samples like the Sports Center theme song.
No.
And if you watch boxing, Roy Jones Jr. sang his own song or rapped his own song.
Waba,
Can't be touched.
What I don't understand, we
Dope.
talk about actual warm up songs.
I hate
and you,
I hate how this conversation has turned out.
See
This
what I
is
mean?
what do you want?
you had to
How do
Google
you
that too.
know?
I could hear you typing that.
Roy
Well, because I
Jones
wanted to
Jr.,
confirm that
dude,
he ran his own.
no
Wait,
one
like-
is like, oh, Roy
Did
Jones
no one
Jr.
watch boxing in 2000?
I will give you. There is a
Can't be
song by
touched,
Can
can't
I
be-
Bus that is about LL Cool J, even though like LL's a better rapper, but it was good. It's called Second Round TKO. That song there, for a hip hop song, is running through walls if you listen to it. Like you run through walls listening to that song. But unfortunately, extremely inappropriate lyrics for my daughter who is 8 years old to listen to.
Well, imagine the music we listened to at that. I'm not saying we should, because I wouldn't. But at that age,
It's
the
okay.
stuff we were exposed to, we were exposed to, crazy music wise. The Bloodhound Gang
Oh, insanity.
on MTV.
Insanity.
I didn't understand the Blink 182 album names were a joke until I was a full grown adult.
How dare you speak ill of Take Your Pants Off and Jacket? What a great album.
I didn't. I thought that I
You know
took it
who
for
has
what it
some
was.
bangers? Was what's that guy? She's still breaking, I'm drowning. What's that guy's? Ben Folds 5.
Mm.
And he does the he redoes the Snoop song. Have you heard it?
No, never heard it.
Hold on, I know I got it on here. But you know what you would love, Pez? Weezer. I mean, I went and saw Deftones, and they did Say It Ain't So by Weezer.
Ooh, let's go, dude.
Unbelievable.
I really like the Deftones. They were like a band I never got into until later in my adulthood.
Weezer.
No,
I got the
Deftones.
Deftones.
I do like some Weezer.
Deftones.
Most of the Blue album, and I like the Green album, and I like a couple other songs, but like I could do without Rivers Cuomo. Nerding it up.
Rivers Cuomo.
Rivers, guys. Any you guys gonna play
Army.
Doom when it comes out? I know Waba's not.
Doom.
This is more for court.
That game makes me anxious.
Doom.
No ripping and
probably
tearing
not.
for Waba.
It's a lot going on. It was too much. It just makes me nervous.
Boop.
Have you heard this before?
Oh, hey.
Hey! I should know earmuffs. What is this?
Wow. See, this wasn't me this time, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't say anything.
It's the end of the show. We're allowed to do it.
It was Ben.
New
It
rule.
was Ben from Ben Folds.
Ben
Live.
Folds.
Ben Folds. Ben Folds.
Have you heard that song before?
No. You're gonna
Pez.
send it in the group chat.
You are gonna think that's your new favorite song.
I love it, dude. Let's go. You know, I was looking into tickets for Run the Jewels and Wu-Tang Clan. Do you want to know how much one ticket was?
$1 million.
$400
Ah,
in
Wait,
the
so that's-
balcony at the
That's
garden.
$1,000 Canadian.
$400, which I was complaining to my wife about it, and she's like, "You should just go anyway. You love both those bands." And I'm like, "There is no shot. I'm gonna spend that much money to see Run the Jewels, who I absolutely love. Run the Jewels 3, Run the Jewels 4 might be one of my favorite albums of all time, and the Wu-Tang Clan. Still won't pay $400 to go see him for one ticket. No shot." And I would stick out like a sore thumb, and I would love it every second of it.
How about
That-
this? I just read Oblivion remastered performance on Xbox Series X is rough to say the least.
Series S, by the way, I have a friend that has the Series S, and he basically was like, it's like looking at like a water painting, like a watercolor painting of a video game. He's like, it's horrible. It looks terrible.
I would say the Series S is something that no one should buy.
No, if you have the choice to buy the better console, buy the better console. Like Series S is not, it ain't for you. It's for your kids to play Minecraft. Like that's what it's for. It's for your kids to play Minecraft. If you care about fidelity in video games and how it looks, don't buy that console. Just buy the Series X, or do the smarter thing and just buy a PS5. Like don't buy an Xbox thing at all because you don't need it. I did see there was a report that I guess last month hardware sales dropped overall like 25%. And I would expect that to get worse. Although you're gonna have nerds lining up tonight for their Switch 2 pre-orders, which
that's right.
God bless you, but
I am not doing that.
you're insane. I'm not doing it either. No shot. Not until
There's
some
gold.
Zelda. Not until some Zelda.
There's gold in
comes
them
out.
thar hills.
Not until some Zelda game comes out and there's not emulation ready. But once that's done, get out of here. My Switch is used to prop up Bobby Lalonde's rookie card. That's what my Switch is used for. I'm not even joking. That's what it's used for.
It's what he wanted.
I can't tell you the last time I turned that thing on. I don't even know if it works anymore.
It
I have
does.
no idea.
It's a perfect stand.
It's a beautiful stand. It's perfect. Perfection. But yeah.
Well, if you can stand us, you should leave a subscription on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/3dads-in-a-console. And you can also find us at 3dadsconsole.com, where you can read some of our new reviews. Pez just dropped one about that spooky
Dark
submarine
Water.
game, Dark Water. And you can see more of my Bluey adventure there and more as we get closer to PAX. Dun, dun, dun. That's 2 weeks away.
I can't wait. I'm so
I should probably
excited.
I should probably put in for take off work for then.
What? Are you kidding me,
I'm
dude?
kidding.
I put
No,
in the
I'm kidding.
moment.
I'm
it was
totally
put
kidding.
out.
What's the crazy part is you believe me because that's something I would do. Is
1000%. Is you? I'll be like, Waba, I'm in line. Where are you? Oh, I gotta call in sick to work. Give me 10 minutes. Don't like. I gotta go hide in the bathroom, so I'm calling sick to work. I forgot.
oops. So look forward to this then. And yeah, What else? Any final thoughts for the folks?
Go Celtics.
Yes.
Yes.
Go Patriots draft pick tomorrow.
No. Who do you think they'll draft? You don't know. Who do you think?
I mean, they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna get this guy. Oh, they're gonna get this tackle. I have no idea, and I know whatever it is, I'm gonna be disappointed, and it's not gonna pan out. So I'm just done worrying.
Well, but I'm gonna tell you who you want. You want
Okay.
Travis Hunter, and the reason you want Travis Hunter is because the lineman Will Campbell, his arms are too short. His arms, his arm
same.
length. Yeah, but you're not a tackle in the NFL. His arm length is 31 inches. You want minimum 33-inch,
What
33
is going
inch
on
arms.
here?
I'm telling Waba why he doesn't want Will Campbell, the tackle, I believe, out of LSU. He has small arms, and he's gonna move to guard, and you don't draft guard number 4 overall. That's like drafting.
I was a guard in high school.
That's like drafting a goalie number 4 overall. You don't do it. So you want Will Campbell. I mean, you don't want Will Campbell. You want Travis Hunter. If Travis Hunter is picked and Abdul Carter is there, the defensive end from Penn State, you want him instead. If you get Will Campbell, you failed. So I hope they draft Campbell, because screw the Patriots. Moving on.
Okay. That's my advice. Is
there's your football minute with Pezzy Boy.
There we go. Also betting on Castellanos doesn't always work. See you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.
Okay, bye.